As promised, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Geico 500 Talladega Super Speedway. This is a big race, and let's hope that we can get the win here. Just got off the golf course. I'm pumped. I'm ready to go. Didn't qualify too well as usual on these super speedway racetracks. We qualified 38th. We got one driver going to the rear of the field, so that's why we're starting 37th. But nevertheless, let's hop right on into it. Talladega Super Speedway. This is going to be a fun one. Chris Buescher been struggling all weekend here. Brad Keselowski is going to have one of the faster cars in the race, and Matt Tift was starting at the rear because he failed pre-race inspection. We are about to get set to race, but a very big race, a somewhat prestigious race, and the green flag is going to drop, and we're underway at Talladega Super Speedway. 500 miles here this evening. We've got 55 laps in the opening stage of the race, and hopefully we can make it all the way through this one. Should be a fun one to say the least. Inside line took off here on the start. We got the start on the inside line as well, so that kind of helps as we roll all the way through turns 1 and 2, and we're quickly up to the 32nd position. We gained 5 spots so far in the opening lap of the race, and now we're 4 wide on the opening lap going into turn 3. Very tight on the racetrack, but we're going to make our way through cleanly. Now we're going to take our talents to the middle lane here. Right on in on Kyle Larson, 4 wide through the tri-oval. What a move. Nice and smooth, nice and clean. Side drafting off the 14 of Boyer. No contact was made though. And they're going 4 wide up in front of us here too. Man, they're going to get in a wreck here real soon if we're not careful the way that this thing is started. Just side drafting off the 41 there of Daniel Suarez to our inside. We'll go all the way to the top lane now, all the way near the wall. Trying to get going early on in this race, of course, but Mr. Pizza, how's it going? Glad you can make it for this Talladega race here today. It's been a fun one here in the first couple laps of the race. Holding our line as steady as we possibly can, although we've got the controller in this one. I think we're doing a very great job in the early going here. So we find our teammate Brad Keselowski. We'll try to push him going into 3. Oh my goodness, now we're 4 wide through turns 3 and 4. That got tight. And we never even made contact. That's just amazing. Wow. We've gone 4 wide 3 times already in this race, but yet we have made contact. Tried to push Brad Keselowski and just went straight to the outside instead. We're still on the very outside of the track, but we're 3 wide now. Oh, couldn't get down behind Kurt Busch. Kyle Busch was right on his back bumper. We couldn't make the move there. But after starting 37th, we've made up for it off the start of this race. Oh, we got a big run coming. 4 wide again going into turn 3. Oh, that time we made contact with Kyle Busch. Looked like he might have gotten a little loose on the entrance to that corner. Now we've got nobody back down to the inside again. And we'll duck underneath the 18. Got to the middle of the pack pretty quickly, and then after that point, we kind of stalled out a little bit. Still a long ways to go in this opening stage. Of course, we will have to pit at some point in time in this stage. We could run nearly 40 laps on a full tank of fuel here at Talladega. We have 55 laps in the opening stage. Right behind Bubba Wallace. Now looking down to the inside. Here we go. Another nice move. Hopefully we can lead our first laps of the race sooner rather than later. We are nearing the top 10 pretty quickly in this race. Now to the inside of Daniel Suarez. Been able to pass cars through the middle. 4 wide through the middle. On the very top side of the racetrack, going 3 wide. On the bottom, we've made the most moves, but we've got a fast car, that's for sure. We can make moves anywhere on the racetrack, which is nice to see early on in this one. That we don't have to only try to pass around the bottom. Like all 4 lanes on the racetrack we have used, and they have worked. And as usual in Talladega, you'll definitely see some comers and goers throughout the course of the race. There's a side-by-side battle for the lead up there between Ricky Stenhouse Jr., who's had a rough last couple races, and Michael McDowell, who has also had a rough last couple of races. But a win and you're in the playoffs here, so you never know what could happen. We could very easily have our 5th different winner of the season here today. We're 3 wide for 3rd, but now we're going to go to the bottom. 3 wide for the lead, just squeezing underneath of Michael McDowell. He's going to get a push from Ryan Preece from behind. And McDowell's got a shot up the middle, and now we're going to get pushed from Denny Hamlin. Still 3 by 3 through the field. Can we lead our first lap of the race? Yes, we will. From 37 to the lead in 7 laps here at Talladega. Goes to show how quickly you can move back and forth through the field. Hamlin now finally lets go. Give us about a car length advantage, maybe 2 out in front of the rest of the pack. And we'll try to practice and block here throughout the course of the race, but we're not going to block too aggressively unless we get later into a stage or so. If they get a run, we just got to let them go. Race it clean, survive and advance throughout the course of the day. Definitely want to keep track position as best as possible and stay out of the middle of the pack. That seems to be where the brunt of the big ones come. Or they happen at the very front of the pack while trying to block for the lead. It just doesn't work. I mean, look at those 2 lines coming in on the top. Suarez and McDowell. Can't block both of them at the same time. Hamlin still down on the bottom to help push. Oh, Denny Hamlin's going to make the move now. We're 4 wide for the lead. Hamlin's getting pushed from Daniel Hemrick. Here comes Newman. He goes to the outside of us. We are getting freight trained around the bottom of the track. Look at this. We're 4 wide still. 4 by 4 at Talladega. They're 4 wide in front of us. We were 4 wide in the middle of the corner. And we haven't even made contact with one another in the process of all this, which is even more amazing. And somehow dropping all the way back to 11th, we finished 3rd at the end of the lap. Quickly back up to 2nd again, right behind the 11 of Denny Hamlin, who led that last lap. We've got the run. We'll carry it to the outside with Ryan Newman right behind us. Will Hamlin try to block? He's going to attempt to. He's there. Newman still going to push us, though. And Ryan Newman trying to get the 12 car of Ryan Blaney out in front of Denny Hamlin, who is on the bottom of the racetrack. Not enough help right now. We'll have to drop down in front of Daniel Hemrick. Not really hanging Newman out to dry because Newman had a couple guys behind him. Now we'll get under the 11 of Denny Hamlin. We'll see if Hemrick will give. Here comes Newman. Ryan Newman gives us a shot. We're still to the inside of Hamlin. He couldn't pull down in front of us. So after Denny leads consecutive laps, it's like we're going to take the lead back again, assuming that we are leading when we get back to the start-finish line. Here comes Denny Hamlin. That was a close one. It's a good block, though. We're going to lead the lap at the line, so this is the second time we have led early in this race. But we're getting way out ahead of these guys now. I don't know what happened, but Newman kind of dropped back. I don't know if him and Hamlin just started side drafting each other or what it was. And here comes Ryan Newman. He's got a very big run to our back bumper. He peaks high, but he's going to stay to the inside when we roll into the corner, at least for now. Surprised he didn't do anything with the huge run he had. You see the huge closing rates on these super speedway racetracks with this package. And they're almost way too much just to make one block, rather yet two or three. Yeah, nope, here comes Reddick. I knew I wasn't going to be able to pull down in front of him there. That's the thing. If we're going to get past, we need to make sure these guys pass us more so around the top. I'd like to hold the bottom as much as I can. So we lost the lead to Tyler Reddick. Closing in on Bubba Wallace, 3 wide for the lead again. I just feel like we're going to see this a lot today. We're going to clear both of them up out of turn number 4. Yeah, we got a very fast race car. It wasn't strong in qualifying single car speed as usual in these super speedway racetracks, but man, we are fast in the pack. Whether we're in the middle of it or we're leading it. Got a fast race car. I mean, we just hit 200 miles an hour entering turn number 1. And that wasn't, I mean, the draft was behind us, yeah, but I mean, we didn't even have any cars in front of us. And the lead car's going 200 miles per hour. That is just crazy. Comes Jimmy Johnson trying to lead his first lap of the race. Brendan Gaughan, almost getting used to seeing him up towards the front on these super speedway racetracks. Especially in recent years. And now the 3 wide for second. David Reagan down to the bottom. Pretty good super speedway racer himself. His only 2 career races, both at Daytona and Talladega. Up towards the front of the field right now. And here they both come. Oh, great job blocking them both off there towards the end of the backstretch. Looks like we got a slow car on the racetrack through turns 3 and 4. Either a slow car or just somebody that has lost the draft. You see on the track map down in the lower left-hand corner of the screen as David Reagan is going to take the lead for the first time today now. Whoa! Got a little loose, the 62 car pushing us from behind, and I thought I was going to hit the 40 car of Jamie McMurray on the inside of us, but that wasn't the case. No, it just looks like somebody's lost the draft. Caution. First caution of the race. So Chris Buescher is going to hit pit road. Not sure if he was involved in a wreck or not. Seems to be a single car incident though. David Reagan was in the lead at the time of the caution. We were in 4th. And we're going to hit pit road this time. We'll take 4 fresh tires. We'll take a full tank of fuel because we might be able to make it on fuel to the end of stage 1. I think we're going to be about a lap to the good. might be on the same strategy to try and win stage number 2. Or sorry, stage number 1 on fuel mileage, and the green flag is back in the air. Here we go again. 37 laps to go in stage 1. Pretty good restart again on the bottom of the racetrack. Man, our teammate, one of our teammates at least, Joey Logano up there. Oh man, oh, a little contact with Eric Almirola. Inside, kind of stalled out on the restart. Look at our 4 fresh tires just making way on the restart. Look at this. We got more grip with these 4 fresh tires, but at the same time, once we get up to speed in the draft here, everybody should be about equaled out. Oh my goodness. 4 wide up near the wall. Man, our closing rates were fast before. They're going to be even faster now. Almost got into the side of Logano. Man, oh man, this is crazy. Even in the back of the pack. I mean, when we restarted, Paul Menard was just ahead of us. And somehow, some way, I don't know how he got in front of us. That's amazing. Ooh, just saw Stenhouse move to the top and then back down to the bottom in the middle of the pack real quick. He's lucky he didn't get shuffled out of line. Oh boy. LaJoy checked up there just a hair. 35 laps to go in stage number 1. Chase Elliott fan, how's it going? Glad you can. Oh man, Corey LaJoy about lost it and caused the big one here. Very loose. We went 4 wide again down to the bottom of the track. Oh my gosh. I don't know how many more times we're going to be able to make it 4 wide, but done a good job of it so far. Only 1 caution in the race. It was a single car incident. And the only 2 drivers to pit under the yellow were us and Chris Buescher. We were in 4th place at the time of the yellow. And me and Buescher should be about a lap to the good on fuel to the end of stage number 1. That is not a lot by any means, but if we're in the draft, we should save enough fuel still too. But everybody else will definitely have to pit at some point in time here before the end of the stage. And we go up the middle 3 wide. Not a lot of drafting help both in front of us and behind us. But we can quickly get back down to the bottom again. Oh, Harvick tried to block us. He couldn't do it. He goes to the infield, and around goes Harvick. What a save. And the caution will fly, but Harvick was able to save it. Never hit the wall. Oh, man. Another single car incident. That one was around us, and luckily when he did go for a ride, he went towards the infield and not back up the middle of the racetrack. He tried to block us at the last second there, and it just did not work. Usually when you get the right rear on the left front, you're hooked straight into the wall, back up the field, but he was able to overcorrect it back down to the inside of the racetrack. Wow. So that was the second caution. Green flag is back in the air again. We'll get the restart in 16th this time. Harvick probably lost a lot of spots. But all 40 cars still in it. Therefore, all 40 of us still have a shot. Great push on Austin Dillon there. We're having very, very good restarts. 3 wide all the way on the top side, though. Thanks, Mr. Pizza. That comment. Oh no, here comes Jimmy. Johnson to the outside. We're 4 wide. I did not think he was going to try that. Hold your line, boys. Hold your line. Contact now between the 71 and the 12. Oh my gosh. We're going to be lucky if we make it this whole race without a big one. We've had 2 single car incidents, but... Oh man, huge closing rate to the back of the 52. Look at how loose he is as we try to give him a bump draft, get him going in the middle of 1 and 2. Not the best area to push a car, but it's such a closing rate. I didn't want to get out of the gas. Now he's blocking us. Here comes Johnson again. This time he's going to give us a little bit of a push to help us through the middle. We've only led about 3 laps in this race. 2 separate times we have led in the early going of this race. I mean, everybody's going all over the place like it's the last lap since the drop of the green flag at the start of the race. It's just insane. At 28 to go, stage number 1. But it has definitely been a wild and fun ride to this point. What a battle here for the stage win. I still think, even though we've had 2 cautions, that everybody that has not pitted yet will have to pit at some point in time. You can run about 40 laps on a full tank of fuel here at Talladega, and we've only had about 6 caution laps. So they should be about 9 laps short still. And with that second caution, I think me and Chris Buescher were the only drivers that have pit. We were about 1 lap to the good. We should be about 4 laps to the good now, so we should be easily able to make it to the end of the stage. But the way we've all been racing since the drop of the green flag here, I'd be surprised if we didn't get another caution before the end of stage 1. Got Ryan Newman just in front of us in the 6th. Matt DiBenedetto on the inside behind us, but we're building a gap on him. Newman gets loose, and he's going to fade back a few spots off the exit of turn 4. Making ground up back into the top 5 again. Big run to the back of the 31. He goes high. We'll just stay on the bottom here. And a big gap here in between us and Suarez up ahead. We're going to build a heck of a run through turns 1 and 2. Look at the speed down in the bottom right-hand corner. 205 miles an hour. Whoa, can't pass below the double yellow line. That was a close one. I know they don't penalize you in the game, but I still don't want to do it. And we're going to... comes Tyler Reddick to give us a push. Truex is way out ahead, and that's not where you want to be. You want to be in the lead, yes, but you don't want to be 6-7 car lengths out in front of the field like Martin Truex was. Look at the closing rate. 208 miles an hour is what we hit going into turn 1. But we somehow were not able to do anything from it, and I think that's because we kind of left Tyler Reddick in the dust behind us. But now we're hooked onto the back bumper of the 19 at Truex. So we tried to push him out there for ourselves. Kind of a 2-car tandem-like race, at least for right now. Tyler Reddick might try to join the fray up here. I was trying to zigzag all over the place to see if I could get alongside Truex, and he's just blocking me out like crazy. Alright, Reddick's closed back up to us again. We got 24 to go in the opening stage of the race. We're locked to the back bumper of Truex once again. Now we're going to get to his inside. He can't block us that time. Trying to side draft off the 19. Man, he looks kind of loose. That was a little weird. Be doing that down the straightaway, but I guess when you're going this fast, maybe that could be the case on the straightaways at times. Tyler Reddick gave us a great push there. not only got us to the lead, but got himself to second with Stenhouse, who followed him into third. Now Stenhouse looks to the outside to lead the outside line. Truex will hop up behind him, and here comes Stenhouse in the 17. Going to be able to block him off that time. Looks like one driver's lost the draft all the way in the back, but still all 40 cars are on the track and on the lead lap. Oh man, I don't know how we ended up down there, but that'll slow us down quite a bit. Stenhouse to the lead now at Talladega, and we're 4 wide again now for second. Oh, Suarez getting pushed from Bowman. Squeezes in there, made a little contact in the process. We're not going to make it to the end of this race. I already know it. Oh my gosh. There's no way. There's no way. Deserve a million subs. Thanks. #1 Chase Elliott fan. Hey, I mean, hopefully that'll be the goal someday. It'll be awesome. Stenhouse still out in front. He's got 2 wins on super speedway racetracks. His only 2 career wins, and one of which came here at Talladega back in 2017. Hard to believe that was 3 years ago already. Oh, got a little loose there. Stenhouse now gets shuffled out of line a little bit, and he goes from the lead. Man, we hit 208 again down the backstretch. Stenhouse still falling back. He's now on the very outside line up near the walls. We're side by side for the lead with Matt DiBenedetto in the 95. Bowman drops back off of DiBenedetto, moves to the bottom now to push us. And Ryan Blaney back out in front again here for the 3rd time today at Talladega. 4th time, rather. 20 to go in stage 1. Playoff point and stage points from 1st through 10th on the line. But again, I don't think everybody can make it on fuel to the end of the stage. I know us and Chris Buescher should be able to. And everybody else should be about 9 laps short. We've got Martin Truex Jr. now down on the inside. Tucked up in there, Alex Bowman through the middle. More like the outside line now. We got a couple cars hitting pit road back towards the rear of the field. Like about 3 or 4 cars are going to hit pit road right now. Maybe more. Actually, looks like more now that I'm looking at the track map. Kind of hard to tell for sure. We lead the lap again. Newman back up here. So it'll be interesting to see if we end up putting these guys a lap down. Talladega is the largest racetrack on the Cup Series circuit, a 2.66 mile racetrack. So it'll be interesting to see if we can actually put those guys a lap down. The good news is we'll have some sort of a draft to kind of help us do that. More drivers going to hit pit road this time. Looks like a couple more handfuls, and now here comes our teammate, Brad Keselowski, into the mix now, looking for the lead. Yeah, we've got some cars coming up on the racetrack right now. We'll go to the outside of them. Oh, wow, Keselowski got held up big time there. So did Truex, for that matter. So we're going to put some of them a lap down. And now we're way out in front of the pack. But we're not quite close enough to get the draft off of the 2 cars ahead of us. Hard to tell who that is ahead of us. It looks like Bubba Wallace and maybe Kevin Harvick. I'm not totally sure. They're bump drafting each other, and they're going to pull us here. We got more comers onto pit road this time. It looks like quite a few drivers hit pit road there. Chris Buescher, only other guy that we know can make... Oh, wow. Austin Dillon getting under us pretty quickly there. So we are putting some drivers a lap down, but not a whole lot. Clint Boyer's in second right now, about 5.5 seconds off the lead. He has to pit. BJ McLeod has to pit. He's about 14 seconds off the lead. And we are so close to the back of these cars to at least kind of stay in some sort of a draft. Oh, wow, a lot of guys are going a lap down now. Might have some guys. Oh, man. Oh, there's a wreck. Bowman goes around. He spins back up the track. I don't think anybody hit him. That is going to be the third caution of the race. And that was timed out perfectly for BJ McLeod and Clint Boyer. They can pit now. And a lot of guys are going to be trapped one lap down. Austin Dillon will get the free pass in 19th. Yeah, I mean, those guys that were coming back onto the track, there was just nowhere for some of those other guys in front of us to go. Somebody hit the back of Byron. Byron went spinning. I don't know who hit him, but they probably got a lot of damage too. So third caution of the race. We'll stay out. We'll keep our track position and hold on to the lead. And we've got a race to the end of stage number 1 here at Dega. Green flag is back in the air. Another good jump on the restart. We've got 13 laps to try and hold on. Me and Buescher are going to be on older tires. Everybody else behind us on 4 fresh Goodyears. But again, tires don't mean much here at Talladega. Our handling might not be as great as theirs, but as far as the raw speed in the car, it should be just as equal the way super speedway racing goes. So a good jump on the restart there. We're able to stay out in front of these guys for right now. We've got Clint Boyer right on our back bumper on the inside, so a couple of Ford Mustangs. In fact, first 4 drivers on the racetrack are all Fords, and now we got our teammate Brad Keselowski closing in. That's what we want to see. Our Penske teammate right behind us. Penske running 1-2 on the racetrack. And of course you might have some guys that are a lap down from 20th on back, maybe trying to fight through the field as well to get a lap back before the end of the stage. Oh, dang it. Went to block Truex. There goes Keselowski on the inside. Now we're getting freight train. Here comes Truex to push us now. And our teammate Brad Keselowski is fighting through the field. McMurray gave him a nice little shot to get out there. Now Truex is going to look to the outside. I don't know why he's not trying to help us out anymore, but comes his younger brother Ryan to give us a push. We're just not as fast leading a pack on these older tires. At least on older tires compared to everybody else. We'll tuck it back down into the inside here. Kurt Busch now gets shuffled out of line on the top. We're hooked right behind Chase Elliott, the winner in the last race at Richmond last night. Maybe Elliott can go back-to-back. He won this Talladega spring race last season. Oh, wow. Corey LaJoie got held up a little bit there. McMurray didn't have a big run there on Keselowski. AD, how's it going? Glad you can join. Ooh, big push from LaJoie from behind. Closing into the back bumper of our teammate Keselowski, and we'll just kind of stay hooked up to him. We've got 10 laps to go in stage number 1 here at Talladega. 3 cautions in the opening stage, 2 single car incidents, and it looked like a 2-car incident that brought out the 3rd yellow, and a lot of guys were trapped a lap down because of it. So it's kind of hard to tell exactly who was on the lead lap and who is not of the cars behind us, outside of what is shown in the top 5 on the leaderboard. Now we're going to kind of hang our teammate Keselowski out to dry. We'll be able to pass and clear him coming off of turn 4. Chase Elliott right up the middle now, trying to pass both him and Corey LaJoie. Elliott going for the lead here at Talladega, and they're 4 wide for second. Here comes Kligerman and Byron. Both of them are a lap down, just trying to get back on the lead lap before the end of the stage. And they're doing a great job right now, pushing one another to do so. So we can honestly just kind of 3-car tandem if that's possible between the 3 of us, because we are still leading the stage. We do not have to race these 2 cars ahead of us. Oh man, we got really loose. Still able to hold the momentum now to the inside of the 24. We got to keep Corey LaJoie blocked off, but looks like he's going to maybe try the outside here. No, not quite yet. So we're going to lap Byron again. Yeah, I was just outside a little bit ago before I ended up coming in for this race as well. I was outdoors, played a round of golf. Got to enjoy the weather outside my house. Oh boy. Got a big run coming. Boyer looks like he's going to help us from behind. 96 car again, he's a lap down. Parker Kligerman just trying to get a lap back. Of course, they could battle for the free pass position, but they would then have to restart at the rear of the field, which honestly that could be good enough because, I mean, it doesn't matter where you restart. We're still well early enough in the race and get back into the thick of things. Corey LaJoie trying to draft behind the 96 now. If we stay side by side, we're fine, but oh man. Trying to side draft though off the 96, stay close, and here comes Kevin Harvick. Harvick spun to the infield trying to block us in the middle of the pack, which brought out the second caution of the race. When he spun to the inside, he never got hit by anybody and saved the car from hitting the inside retaining wall. It was a pretty impressive save, and now we have a caution with 6 to go in stage number 1. So Kligerman able to hold on to the lead lap, and the free pass is going to go to Joey Logano, so all 3 Penske cars will now be on the lead lap. We'll have 21 drivers on the lead lap when we go green, and I believe we're only going to have 3 laps to go in the opening stage of the race. Oh boy. Well, things were racy before, but they're going to get even more racier now. And we've got a playoff point, a bunch of stage points on the line. You don't get that opportunity at Talladega all that often. Here we go, about to go green. Green flag in the air. We're going to time this restart off pretty well also. Great restart. Got Kevin Harvick and Boyer. 2 Stewart-Haas cars, maybe they'll start working together. Man, Boyer got stuck to the outside pretty immediately there. And here comes Harvick to help. Truex is on the lead lap as well. Kyle Busch up in the mix. Ryan Newman. All these guys are on the lead lap towards the front of the field right now as we try to get back up to speed going into turn 3. Kind of starting to build a gap here between us and Harvick. Truex leading the outside line. A lot of bigger name drivers towards the front of the field towards the end of stage number 1. Two laps to go in stage 1 at Talladega, in which we've had 4 cautions already. And here comes Truex. Well, I know it's not the end of the race, but it's time to pull off more aggressive blocks than what we've used throughout the course of this one. Trying to get the playoff point to the end of the race. And here comes Bubba Wallace. He wants to win stage number 1. Truex on the top, and now we've got to block all 3 lines coming to the white flag. A little loose on the entrance to turn 3. Again, remember, we're on older tires. We got the speed in the car with it being a super speedway racetrack, but we don't have the handling these guys do behind us. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go in stage 1. Will we make it back to the start-finish line, or will we get our 5th caution of the opening stage? Bubba Wallace trying to lead the outside with Harvick on the bottom. Here comes the 43 to the top. We're going to go up the block, back to the bottom to block Harvick. To the top again, and back down to the bottom to block Harvick into turn 3. There's a 3rd lane coming on the outside. It's led by Parker Kligerman, who was barely able to get his lap back before the caution came out last time. Now he's looking for stage points. He's fading back though. Now it's just between the 3 of us up at the front. Harvick, Wallace, and Blaney. At the line, Blaney gonna hold everybody off, and Ryan Blaney wins stage 1 at Talladega. So 1 stage in the books. Everybody's gonna hit pit road this time. No need to repair any damage. We'll take 4 fresh Goodyear tires, and we'll get back out onto the racetrack. Chris Buescher is going to stay out. He pitted under that last caution, so he'll get some track position here. David Reagan gets the free pass in 22nd. And still everybody from 23rd on back is a lap down, with Eric Jones being the lone driver out of the race. Jones was the guy that caused that 4th caution back in stage 1. So we'll restart in 2nd here. Green flag back in the air. Here we go. Stage number 2 underway. Thought Bubba Wallace was going to try to go right up the middle there, but that wasn't the case. Chase Elliott not willing to help us out. It looks like he's going to go to the top. Oh boy, Newman's going to help us. That didn't work. Alright, everybody on equal tires now, outside of Chris Buescher, but Buescher's only got 3 lap older tires, so pretty much everybody's on 4 fresh Goodyears. Oh, Harvick almost went up the middle there to take the lead away, and now McMurray giving us a big push through turns 1 and 2, carrying the move all the way to the outside. Oh, got into the back of the 37. He gets loose. We're in the wall. Harvick tried to give us a shot to keep us going, and we're going to lose a ton of momentum now through the tri-oval. We're able to get back down to the bottom. Got a little bit of damage on the right side of our car after bouncing it off the wall there, but I think we're all right. Looking to the inside to take it 3 wide there. A turnaround. Parker Kligerman was a lap down towards the end of stage 1. Got his lap back for the end of the stage. I think he got stage points, and now he's in 2nd fighting for the lead. We've got a lot of drivers in this field that would like to do the same thing that Kligerman was able to do. Kligerman goes high. We're going to stay connected to Clint Boyer. We had a little bit of help from behind as well from Austin Dillon. And with Bubba Wallace leading the field here at Talladega, see what we can do. Oh, look to the inside there. Boyer is there. Now Boyer goes high. We're not going to follow him. We're just going to go to the bottom. Get around him. Our sort of a gap in front of us. A couple car lengths. Should be just enough for us to get a run on him eventually here. Take a dive to the inside going into turn 1, and both of us are way out ahead of this pack. So which lane will Austin Dillon choose to help out? Will he go to the top or the bottom? And it looks like he's going to go to the bottom and give us a push. Blaney back to the front again here at Talladega. It's been a fun race to this point. We'll just hope for the best. We made it the first 60 plus laps of the race, so that's a start to things here. And despite having 4 cautions, we have flown through this thing. Oh man, Bubba Wallace was coming. I saw the run. Here comes Ryan Truex. Oh, I couldn't get back down to block Austin Dillon. You can make 1, maybe 2 blocks. You can't make 3 all at once. It's too much to overcome. Hemrick is actually a lap down right now. And so is Eric Almirola that he is pushing. Oh, we're right up the middle, 3 wide. Larson's a lap down also. We're still shown in second. We got 3 lap cars here within the first 5 cars of the pack. Looks like DiBenedetto is right behind us as well. He's a lap down too. Oh, a little contact with the 42. That got hooked together. And now DiBenedetto trying to give us a push. Up the middle goes Blaney. 3 wide, 95 still pushing us, trying to side draft the 42. Oh, DiBenedetto's probably going to split us now. Oh, we're 4 wide. Contact. Oh my goodness. I mean, yes, we lost a lot of spots and a lot of track position, but to get split 4 wide like that and still make it through, I'm blessed. Oh man. Look at how quickly, I mean, we fell only back to 9th, but just look at how many cars passed us. I mean, we're like right back to the middle of the pack. Just like that. We were just in 2nd place. Just got to be in the right place at the right time. That goes for the end of the race too. We were lucky enough to be up towards the front of the field when we restarted with 3 to go. We were able to hold on to win stage 1. It'll probably be a lot tougher to block as the race moves on. We get loose. We're not going to make it. I mean, I have faith that we can usually make it, but I mean, look at this. We're 4 wide through the tri-oval again. Oh man, Byron's loose. He's still out of shape. Look at him trying to catch the car in the middle of the corner. Everybody's just so out of shape. Try to get it pushed to the back of the 14 again. Kyle Busch going to give us a little bit of a shot. Maybe. Nope, not quite. He couldn't quite get to our bumper there. Still able to make some passes though. We'll ride along and alternate cameras here for the next 10 to 12 laps. Just for your guys' entertainment and my adrenaline. Clear outside for right now. Still locked onto the back of the 14. Now we'll go down to his inside going into turn 3. Try to get a run back at the bottom again. We got Chris Buescher. We're kind of getting a draft off of up here. We didn't have a lot of help from Kyle Busch there. Kind of made up those passes on our own in a sense. Again, we've got a fast race car. I believe Corey LaJoie is on the lead lap, therefore he is leading laps at Talladega right now. With our teammate Joey Logano looking to the inside, just behind him. Joy not really blocking that inside line right now. And as we're pushing the 37 of Buescher, kind of in a little bit of a train because Austin Dillon was pushing us in the middle of the corner also. Oh man, 51 of McLeod almost got into the side of the 37 of Buescher. Dillon to push again. Big run coming. Oh, we got a little loose. Almost got into the side of the 38. Losing a ton of spots. A lot more cars on the inside than what we have on the outside right now, too. Alright, now they kind of move to the outside here. Big run coming. Well, at least we were able to get to the inside fairly quickly that time. Landon Castle in the top 5, David Reagan in the top 5, Corey LaJoie and Austin Dillon. Crazy. Chris Buescher, he was up here for a second too. Still just behind us. He might try to give us a push here. Kind of side drafting with the 00 to our outside. Alright, so we got to run. Corey LaJoie's led quite a few laps consecutively right now. Now we're locked onto his back bumper, trying to get him way out in front here. Taking him to the inside. Trying to side draft off the left rear corner panel down to the bottom now. Get away from him, try to come back up the track, side draft him again, and now here comes William Byron to push. Byron is a lap down right now, and is currently the first car 1 lap down. Gives us one heck of a push to get us out in front of the field. And we got Bubba Wallace right behind us. Best friend. .38 laps to go yet in stage number 2. Around about 38 laps on a full tank of fuel. So the pit window is open if we are to pit right now. Although I don't really want to. There's always an option. We got to make sure though that whenever we do pit, we have at least a couple other cars hitting pit road with us so we can have some sort of a draft. Remember, about half the field is a lap down right now too, because a caution came out during the cycling of pit stops in stage 1 with the varying pit strategies there. Here comes Buescher, couldn't make the block in time, but his run kind of gets faded at the last second there as him and Bowman were able to side draft off of one another. His inside line's kind of prevailing through 1 and 2 rather. Back to the top again, we'll make the block and back down to the bottom. Rear view mirror driving here at Talladega. Especially when you're in the lead. Oh, Bowman almost pulled back up in front of Chris Buescher. We're doing a great job, and now they're 4 wide. Yeah, we're definitely not going to block Suarez. They were 4 wide. We can't block all 4 lanes there. Or really late in the race, we would have attempted it, but not worth trying this early. Suarez going to get on by. Buescher probably going to get on by. He's got some help from behind from David Reagan. Look at that push. Oh, we got a couple other cars to the outside still. I didn't realize we were 3 wide. Kurt Busch is up there. Still up near the wall. Trying to help Daniel Suarez. Those guys aren't really able to get going though. We'll pull up in front and block him. Chris Buescher to the lead at Talladega. Buescher's got 1 career NASCAR Cup Series victory. Came at Pocono back in 2014, I want to say. It was his rookie season. Could be wrong on that. Actually, I think it was 2016. But regardless of the fact, 1 career win at Pocono. He's looking for career win number 2. That came in a fog-shortened race. This one isn't going to get fog-shortened. We'll race to the very end. So maybe Chris Buescher can get his 2nd career win and be his first almost legitimate win. So with these first 2 stages being 55 laps, that'll take us to lap 110 of 188. So the final stage of the race will be 78 laps. Right on the border of being either a 1 or a 2 stop race to the finish. If we were to go green that entirety of the final stage. Doesn't seem possible at Talladega, but at the same time, in the Richmond race last night, I was very surprised we ran the final 104 laps caution-free despite having 10 cautions in the race, all in the first 3 quarters of the event. I mean, things have not really mellowed out, but as far as the cautions go, because, I mean, look, we're still 4 wide back there, so it definitely hasn't mellowed out, but we haven't had a caution in stage number 2, at least yet, when we had 4 of them in the opening stage of the race. We have not had the big one, though. Kurt Busch really giving a shot up ahead in front of the field there. And we're going to get a push from Corey LaJoie ourselves. Oh, a little loose. 3 wide. Now we're stuck in the middle. So tough to push and bump draft in the middle of the corner. Whether you're the one getting bump drafted or you're the one doing the pushing. Now we'll be able to get back to the bottom. So we only fell back to 5th. We had a couple lap cars in the mix that passed us as well, including Ryan Preece, who's just in front of us. Try the outside line here. Right behind Kurt Busch and Daniel Suarez. And we'll go back to the bottom. Seemed like they were fading back a little bit. Now we're 3 wide. Down to right about the double yellow line once again. Trying to pass Boyer around the outside. Looked like we were going to get it done if we had a little bit more straightaway, but... or at least a little bit of help from behind. Here comes the help from Suarez, but it might be too little too late. Able to squeeze back to the bottom in between Priest and Johnson. Here comes BJ McLeod for the lead. We're going to try to duck under him instead. We're 3 wide going into turn 3 for the race lead. McLeod in the middle, LaJoy on the top, and Blaney on the bottom. We've got a lap car of Ryan Priest just behind us. He's going to give us a bump draft and get us to the lead. And now let's go. Johnson coming back on the bottom. 29 laps to go in stage 2. Again, despite the 4 cautions in this race, all in the first stage, this race is flying by. Jimmy Johnson trying to win a stage now. Trying to break his long winless streak. Could today be the day? Got Corey LaJoy up here looking for his first career win. And a miracle run into the playoffs. When will drivers hit pit road? We still got about 15 laps estimated fuel left in the tank. And Johnson to the lead. Might be his first lead of the race. Matt Tift lap car pushing him from behind. Kyle Busch will follow Matt Tift. LaJoy trying to push us to get us going on the outside. There we go. We're going to pick up a little bit of draft off of Matt Tift now. It'll help us out a little bit. Squeezing right up the middle. Down in front of the 31 and underneath the 18 of Busch. And Reddick is going to push us now. Tyler Reddick on the lead lap as well. And a big run coming down to the back of the 48. Will Johnson be able to lead his first lap of the race? Yes, he will. Locked right onto the back bumper of Johnson. Like to be leading when we hit pit road, but I guess it doesn't matter too much. We'll likely take fuel only. We'll take tires if we have to pit under caution, but if we have to pit on a green flag stop, I'm gonna take fuel only. We'll splash and go. Tires should be plenty good to the end of the stage. Don't wear them out too much here at Talladega. So we squeak to the inside of Johnson at the line. I think we led the lap. That was close, but I think we might have narrowed out Jimmy. And we'll get the pass behind him. He didn't have much help on the top side. We didn't get the bump draft from Reddick, but we still had more cars on the bottom than what there was on the top until now. And here comes Priest. Hemrick up the middle. Both Priest and Hemrick are a lap down. Reddick is the next driver on the lead lap in second, right behind us on the inside line. Now they're 3 wide. Boy, oh boy, what a race. Hemrick is there, just able to block him. And he's going to get shuffled out. He's going to have a little bit of help. Priest is right behind him. And look at Stenhouse trying to get up in front of the field. He's a lap down also. And that battle just for the free pass position alone is pretty intense as they're 3 wide back through the middle of the field. Yeah. Benedetto's up there now. He's to the inside of the 17. Corey LaJoy trying to go back up the middle. He's on the lead lap though and is likely going to be looking for the lead. About halfway home. And us ourselves have made it up to this point without wrecking. The only driver out of the race is Eric Jones. And LaJoie is able to pull down and clear us, despite the fact Tyler Reddick was giving us a pretty good shove. Cody Ware up towards the front of the field as well. He's a lap down. And back to the inside of LaJoie again. We go side by side. Tyler Reddick behind us, and we'll clear LaJoie up off of turn 2. I think we're doing a lot better job of blocking the lines in this stage compared to what we did in stage 1. I could kind of feel that we've led more laps. Getting better as the race goes on. Wonder if you might have guys starting to pit early. We still got about 9 more laps at the most we could run on fuel. LaJoie back to the top again. Here he comes into turn 1. Just got a right rear up far enough for him to get out of the gas and not take the run. He might not back out of the gas later in the race though. He might just stay in it and keep going higher and higher, but I think he had Cody Ware to the outside of him. Oh, can't block all of them off that time. Here comes Cody Ware and Ricky Stenhouse Jr., but both of those guys are a lap down, so that's not going to hurt us too bad. Hemrick trying to follow him up there as well. He's also a lap down. We're still in the race lead. Stenhouse still pushing him. And now they're 4 wide for second place behind us. And there goes Hemrick now as well. He's going to get his lap back. Tyler Reddick trying to follow him. Reddick's on the lead lap. And Tyler Reddick is going for the lead. Can't clear us, and now we get a push from Kligerman, who is also on the lead lap. Kligerman will keep us out in front, at least for right now. Now let's go. So we're still in the lead. At 20 laps to go. Trying to put these guys a lap down now again. And we will. Cody Ware is still in front of us. So we're locked right onto the back bumper of Cody Ware. Coming out of turn 4. Nobody's going to pit this time. Still got about 6 more laps. So we can go till about 13 laps to go in stage 2 before we have to pit. At the most. I still think you're going to see guys pit pretty soon here. I can assume everybody's going to pit at the end of the stage as well. So again, if we do pit under green, we do have some takers on the pit road. One driver is going to pit this time. And I'm not sure who it was, but they're not going to have any drafting partners unless they can file back in line at some point here. It's the only drafting help they're going to have. Again, we're going to take fuel only. Try to top off and go. Now looking to the inside of Cody Ware. Hopefully he wasn't going to pit this time. He's not going to be able to now. And nobody else is going to pit this time. So that one lone driver that came onto pit road is going to have to hopefully file his way back up into line. 17 to go in the stage. And we're probably going to catch him here in a hurry. He had a quick pit stop. How hard will he block to try and hold on to the lead lap before the rest of the lead pack pits? He's on the outside for right now. We'll see if he'll move back down to the bottom at all. It's Chris Buescher. Buescher stayed out under that last pit stop, so maybe that's why he pitted a couple laps earlier than everyone else. So back to the inside of Ware again. Nobody pits that time. 16 to go in the stage. Hopefully we can make it down onto pit road without a big wreck, because we're going to have a lot of guys coming at once, going from 200 plus miles an hour down to the speed limit, which I believe is 55. So we're locked onto the back of the 52 again. Went a little high in case he decided to pit. We got another car pitting back there, but again, it's just one single car hitting pit road. And that's what I'm afraid of whenever I pit, is that I'm going to be the only one to pit. Now, granted, I'm taking fuel only too, and I don't know if everybody else is going to take tires or not. Crew chief should tell us when the lead cars are going to pit when we get close to pit road. It's hard to tell. Not too many guys on the bottom of the racetrack right now. Okay, now we got a lot more on the bottom now that we've gotten into turns 3 and 4. So I think we can make it one more lap. A lot of drivers hitting pit road now. Hopefully they don't run over each other. Looks like they made it down unscathed. We're going to pit this next time by as we lead another lap. We'll have 12 laps to go when we come out of the pits this next time. Oh, Cody Ware had to just go to the outside as we go 3 wide there to make the pass around him. And everybody's running clean, at least for right now. We got a big gap out ahead of these guys. And that's all right. We're pitting this time. Fuel only. Just to get to the end of the stage. We'll take tires at the end of the stage when we pit again. And we just got to make sure we do not speed, and we'll be all right. Down onto pit road. Don't want to lock them up. Hopping along. Pretty good job getting onto pit road there. No speeding involved. Fuel only. We'll put just enough fuel to make it to the end of the stage. We'll go 1 can. We'll repair any damage we've got, and that'll be about it. So we'll hope for a quick pit stop to get out in front and hopefully win this stage. .9-second pit stop there. Pretty quick. Yeah, definitely going to be the first. Track position kind of game. Now we're going to be all alone, at least for right now. We'll come back onto the track here. There's no one around us. Clint Boyer stayed out an extra lap. It seems like he's staying out a lap or 2 longer than everybody else. He did that last time too. Him and BJ McLeod did it the last time, but this time it was only Boyer. So Clint was able to lead that last lap. We're about 8 seconds ahead of the lead pack, or at least Martin Truex Jr. and Truex is about 1.5 seconds ahead of the pack. And they're catching him pretty quick. They'll probably catch us pretty quick too as we get back up to speed. Got 12 to go. Yep. Once Boyer comes off the pit road this time, we will cycle all the way through. But him being the last one to pit, that's going to hurt him. He's just coming off the pit road now, but he had no drafting help that entire last lap before he came onto pit road, and that hurt. Wherever he was at before, he's definitely off the lead pack now. So these green flag stops have kind of spaced the field out at least a little bit. You can kind of see them in a bunch of different groups on the track map on the lower left-hand corner of the screen. 11 to go in the stage. So despite having 4 cautions in stage 1, we have not had a single caution in the second stage at all yet. We're not done yet. Truex now about a half second ahead of the rest of the pack. They've definitely caught him. And it looks like about 10 to 15 cars at the most in that lead pack. And they're probably not all on the lead lap either. So when they do come to us in the next lap or two, we're going to have to pull off an aggressive block because they're probably going to be going anywhere between 10 to 15 miles an hour faster. So this is, they're going to have a huge closing rate on us. See if Truex is going to be able to hold them off. Might just try to just pick Truex up out of line just so they can catch me first. I don't know. They've caught Truex. It looks like Martin Truex Jr. is still in second, the inside of the track, so Truex did a great job blocking him off there. So it looks like he's formed in with that lead pack now. Hopefully we can do the same thing he did. Still got about 3 seconds on him. Maybe, look at that. We got our teammate though, Brad Keselowski in third, another Penske teammate in fifth, Joey Logano. So maybe all 3 of us can work together at the end of the stage here. Finish 1, 2, 3, that'd be nice. Yeah, they're coming. They're less than 3 seconds behind us. And once they can get the draft off of me, if they fall about a half second to 3/4 of a second behind, then that's where they're really going to get a lot of speed. I mean, our top speed at the end of the back straightaway here is probably going to be about 196, 197. Yeah, 197 going into turn 3. They're probably going like 205, 207. So, I mean, we've hit 208 multiple times in the draft today, so have to block them off going 10 miles an hour faster. Now, they're not going single file, but I guess that doesn't really matter. You can see the second group that has more cars behind them that are also not really running organized in a single file line. So they caught up 2 seconds that last lap. 2 seconds faster in the draft. And here they come off of turn number 2. They're going to catch us down the back straightaway here. Here's Martin Truex Jr. coming in a hurry. We'll try to block him to the outside as he closes into our back bumper. We did a pretty good job. So we're able to hold on to the lead to get into this lead draft. But now that second group, they're kind of forming out a little bit better now. They look for the most part a lot more organized in this lead pack. And they could probably catch us before the end of the stage also. So that'll be something to keep an eye on. Oh boy, now they're 3 wide. Yeah, they're definitely going to catch us. I mean, the way we're all racing right now. My gosh. I think they're 4 wide back here in this pack now too again. No, it's still 3 wide. Got Logano pushing Truex, Chase Elliott, Tyler Reddick all in the top 5. Truex goes all the way to the top there. Here comes Logano. We'll try to pick our teammate up. Oh, not anymore. Here comes Joey down to the bottom. We're side by side for the lead. 2 Penske teammates late in stage number 2. Elliott trying to push us to get us going now. Six laps to go in the second stage. We won stage 1. We got 1 playoff point there. Can we get another one here in stage 2? Hop back down to the bottom behind Tyler Reddick. in the third spot, right to his back bumper here. Second group is getting closer to us. Haven't quite caught us yet. Now we look to the inside of Reddick for second. Penske running 1-2 on the racetrack. Yep, that second group has now caught us here. Oh man, look at Matt Tip shoot all the way to the outside. He's a lap down though. He's trying to get his lap back here before the end of the stage. And now LaJoie going to push us as we get underneath the 22 of Logano. And back to the lead again goes Ryan Blaney. Corey LaJoie in second place, still pushing us. Now lets us go. Our right front tire is down to 16% tire wear. Probably going to be a lot closer on that right front than I originally thought, but I still think we should be able to make it to the end of the stage. We'll have 4 laps to go this time. Going to have a lot better handling than I am to the end of this stage, but that's alright. I think we can hold them off. We'll see though. Truex and Elliott almost came together behind us. And that second group has now caught the lead pack. There is still a third group a ways back, but they are not going to catch us before the end of the stage. Truex, Elliott side by side for second. Here comes Keselowski back in the mix again. Keselowski and Logano side by side, about 3 cars back for 4th and 5th. Here comes Truex to the top side, can't block him off. Joey Logano to help. Elliott goes through the sucker hole in the middle. Teammate Keselowski to help push us. Truex leads at the line as we now have 3 to go. If a caution comes out, that will be the end of the stage. So we got to make sure we do not lose the lead again, just in case a caution does come. Oh man, Brad was trying to pass us there. He helped us get to the lead, but then he was trying to pass us from that point on, as now we get a huge gap out in front of these guys again. Truex at the top. Keselowski still tucked in behind us. A little loose off of turn 4, we're good. Hold on to it at least for now. Here comes Truex, very top side of the track, up to block him, back to the middle, and on the bottom, here comes Parker Kligerman. Kligerman trying to win stage 2. We've got 2 to go as we fade back a little bit more. Oh, a little contact with Tift. And now we're getting shuffled way out of line on the top side of the track. We're still in 7th. We can still get stage points here. We cannot get back down to the inside right now. Contact with Harvick. Four wide through turns 3 and 4. My goodness. Mayhem coming to the white flag in stage 2. Middle of the pack. We lost so many spots there once we lost the lead. Keselowski's still out in front, at least for right now. Still can't get to the inside. Finally able to get down there. We're in 7th. Trying to push the 32. Corey LaJoie just in front of us. That's another spot. Harvick battling us too for position. Trying to squeeze under LaJoie. Couldn't do it that time. Now we got Ty Dillon pushing us from behind. He's a lap down. Keselowski just trying to hold on to the end of the stage. We're 4 wide off of turn 4. Coming back to the stripe. The green-white checkered flag in the air. And Brad Keselowski will win stage number 2 here at Talladega. We're going to bring it home in 6th. So we'll get 5 points there. That goes to show how quickly we can fade back here in the draft. So we'll pit for tires here. the end of the stage as I planned. Repair any damage we've got as well. Fill it up full of fuel, and off we go here for this final stage of the race coming up. Green flag back in the air. Here we go. Third and final stage underway. We've got 75 laps to decide the winner of the race. As Keselowski leads us to the green, we did gain a spot on pit road, so we were able to restart in 5th. Keselowski jumps down right in front of us. About got clipped from Chris Buescher. Keselowski getting way out in front of the field. Chris Buescher going to give us a shot. Keselowski goes all the way to the top side. And that's just going to allow us to pass him pretty easily there. Nice clean pass up off of turn 4. Lead change at the line. We lead the opening green flag lap of stage number 3 here at Talladega. They file in 3 by 3 behind us. 4 wide now back through the field again. Keselowski fading back on the top side. Didn't have a lot of help up there. Oh, came off the bottom. Now we're 3 wide for the lead, and we're stuck in the middle. Landon Cassill going to push Corey LaJoie out in front. LaJoie almost pulled down in front of us too. He was definitely not clear. Back down in front of Truex for second. Corey LaJoie's led quite a few laps in this race. Can he pull off the upset here in this one at Talladega to earn his spot in the 2020 playoffs? "73 laps to go. Kind of a 3-car tandem here between us, Truex behind us, and Corey LaJoie just in front of us. We all kind of moved to the outside lane now. Down to the bottom we go. We're able to get underneath of LaJoie. Didn't side draft him too much though, but saw the inside line coming with Buescher at the helm, and Chris Buescher will push us to the lead. And we'll get to lead another lap. I've lost kind of how many different times I've led in this race. Probably 6 or 7, maybe more. I don't know. I know we've led quite a bit. Might have led the most laps to this point, but it wouldn't be by a lot. Because although we've led that many different times, we've only led a handful of laps at the most at a time before we lose the lead. Typically about 3 to 5 laps. We ourselves haven't wrecked yet. We've gone a very long time without a caution too. So we've gone 65 consecutive laps without a caution here at Talladega. It's pretty awesome. Definitely the longest green flag run we've had all day today. David Reagan looks now to the top side of the track again. It's all about who's going to be here at the end of the race, though. That will definitely be the difference maker over the course of this one. Look how close they were to making contact back there between LaJoie and Newman. Logano getting a big run on the very top side of the track. I see him up there. Getting pushed from Jamie McMurray. McMurray, pretty good racer of his own. Logano's even won here at Talladega before, too. And here comes Newman. Newman and Blaney had that photo finish in the playoff race last season with Blaney edging out the victory. And of course, we got the win in the Daytona 500 in the first super speedway race of this season. Newman to the lead, but I don't think he's going to lead the lap. We're able to get in front of, oh, contact! Newman got loose, we got off the pace there for a second, and David Reagan is going to lead the lap at Talladega. Oh, now we're 4 wide. No, 3 wide. I thought Newman was still to the outside of Bubba Wallace. Thank goodness he wasn't. Newman lost a lot of spots. So are we. Probably should have jumped down there. I had enough room in between Menard and Hemrick. And the side draft to 21, pulling back. Now we try to get the draft off the back of the 8 car of Hemrick. That's going to work. Big run down to the inside. 208 miles an hour entering turn 3. And quite a mighty big run coming on David Reagan to the bottom of the racetrack through the tri-oval, trying to side draft him now, pulling back at the start-finish line. We're going to lead the lap. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed over the course of this race today. If you did, hit the like button down below. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe for more daily NASCAR content, such as streams and videos like this with realistic commentary. We lead this race late. Got the Fastenal Ford Mustang of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. just behind us. Ricky shoots to the outside now. He's very aggressive on these super speedway racetracks. Part of why he has won 2 races. He had a good finish in the actual Daytona 500 earlier this year too. And that was running for Brad Doherty Racing. And out Roush Fenway. Caution for the first time since stage 1, and it's the 5th caution of the race. So we're going to stay out of the pits here. We'll hold on to our track position. Sure, that's not the last caution of the race still, but we'll see, I guess. Almost got another lap in under caution there. That was close. So here we go, green flag back in the air once again at Talladega. We'll restart from the lead once again. Down on the bottom of the racetrack. Not sure who got the free pass that time. I didn't check who got the free pass there or at the end of the second stage. Didn't see if anybody pit either, but I know we couldn't make it to the end of the race from there, so that might help us make it on one stop though. I know we were going to be borderline. I think we were going to be 1 lap short to make it on one stop. So that should help us make it on one stop now, whenever we decide to pit. Good job holding on to the lead on the restart here as we try to get up to speed through turns 3 and 4. Ryan Truex up to 2nd. Maybe he could try to pull off the victory here. Only 2 drivers are out of this race so far. Eric Jones will finish dead last in 40th. And I can't quite tell who that other driver was that will not be able to finish this race either. And I believe that that driver was caught up in the last caution. And here comes Boyer. He had a quick run. He got out of the gas in time though. David Reagan pushing the 71 on the top side of the track. I saw him coming. Make the block back to the bottom in front of Boyer too. I don't know how we blocked all 3 lines that time, but we did down the back straightaway. As we are nearing just 60 laps to go here at Talladega in the Geico 500. We'll ride along with the in-car cam here. We'll alternate cameras for about the next 12 laps. One more time here over the course of this race. There's side drafting going on between the 18 and the 14 just behind us. Kyle Busch was getting a nice little run there for a little bit. Then we go back down to the bottom to block off Clint Boyer. Third lane starting on the top. It looks like Kevin Harvick was trying to get it going. Now Harvick ducks in line behind Busch. Now he goes back to the top again. He's got Ryan Truex just behind him. Oh, now Harvick is there trying to take it 3 wide. So the 3 wide for second behind us. We are hooked to that double yellow line through 1 and 2 that time. Great corner. Boyer couldn't quite clear the 4 of Harvick. Really doing a great job mirror driving here throughout the course of this race, not just right now. Made aggressive blocks, but not too aggressive to where they could cause a big wreck, and that's why we have not had the big one yet today, despite having 5 cautions. Came close numerous amounts of times, whether it ended up being a single car wreck or 2 car wreck, or no wreck at all. And now we can't block Kyle Busch. He got to us that time. So Kyle Busch will get on in front of the field. Clint Boyer going to give us a push from behind off of turn 2. See Chase Elliott just to the end. Wow, Elliott's got a lot of damage on the front of his car. Probably some aggressive pushing going on there if I had to guess. Now we're 3 wide on the very top of the racetrack. Just got to hold our line here. We're running all right, at least for now. Teammate Brad Keselowski is going to hop up in front of us now. Still not clear on the bottom, though, which is where I want to go. Keselowski's still there on the top, at least for right now. He's sitting right behind him still. Just a little push down the backstretch. Oh! Kind of slammed door to door there with Ryan Preece on the inside. Oh, he gets sandwiched between Byron and, oh boy. It's getting tight. I think we're 4 wide. We are 4 wide. Now we're 3 wide again. Ooh, Johnson's there. Yeah, we got to stay along the top here. Just let these guys blow past us on the inside. Just don't want to run us over. I'd like to get back down to the bottom. Just not able to, at least not yet. 57 to go now. Right up the middle through turns 1 and 2. Oh, and around goes Truex. Hit hard, and we got the first big one of the race. Ryan Truex goes for a spin. Man, oh man. Well, that's unfortunate for those guys. First big one of the race. And we're under caution now for the 6th time today. Free pass is going to go to Ryan Preece. 24 drivers will now be on the lead lap. The other driver out of the... Oh, man, I didn't get to check it. A little too slow on that one. It's all right. So we try to get back into this. Green flag going to be in the air. Here we go. See if we can gain some spots on the restart again. Outside kind of checking up a little bit. Not able to really get going like the inside line was. Coming off of turn 2, just trying to hold our line. Right through the middle. We still had a car to the inside. It was Ryan Newman there. But our teammate Joey Logano is going to let us jump down in front of him, and he's got to give us a nice little push too, on top of things. Contact with Ryan Newman. Taking some pretty good runs on the inside. We need Joey Logano to get to our back bumper a little bit quicker now down the back straightaway. So we don't have a lot of help in front of us to draft off of. Joey's going to close in. He's going to give us a nice little push through turns 3 and 4. Here we go again. Now we got cars on the inside in front of us. That includes Corey LaJoy, Kevin Harvick in front of LaJoy. Really looked like he was going to move high for a second, but didn't. 6 cautions in the race, 2 in the final stage, none in stage 2, and 4 in the opening stage of the race. We're currently in 4th with 52 laps to go. Everybody does have to pit 1 time before the end of the race. At least 1 time. We should be able to make it on 1 stop. I'm not sure what the strategy is as far as guys that may have pit. Ryan Truex somehow able to continue despite being involved in the big one on the last caution. In fact, not only being involved, but the cause of the big one. Parker Kligerman leading the field right now at Talladega. Now we're up out of line again. A bit of a push coming there from Corey LaJoy. What a move. To the inside. Gonna hope for a little help from Kevin Harvick now. We're gonna get it. Into the line this time. We're gonna take the lead once again at Talladega. Kevin Harvick up to 2nd. Can't quite clear the 96 though of Parker Kligerman. So Kligerman is actually still side by side. Our teammate Joey Logano trying to form in as well. Here comes Harvick on the top. We moved in front of the 96. Still pushing each other there, trying to get a run. Still got to hold on and block despite the fact the inside line's coming as well with Jamie McMurray at the helm. Yeah, couldn't pull it off there. Harvick's there now. We tried to slow him down with a side draft. Couldn't do it. Looks like the top 2 are going to get around us. Logano's to the outside of us still. So we'll have the advantage in the corners on the inside, but they'll probably have it on the straightaways. Of course, that is if they stayed locked bumper to bumper, because now we got McMurray locked to our bumper. And the guys to the outside aren't locked anymore, so we're still going to lead the lap. Never lost the lead officially at the line. 49 laps to go here at Talladega. Ryan Truex has worked his way back up through the field once again. How about that? Been kind of hooked to that double yellow line for the last lap and a half or so. The outside's starting to come in a little bit better. Not to us yet, though. William Byron back there trying to lead him. William might be a lap down still. Not entirely sure. He's had a very roller coaster. Remember, we won stage 1. Keselowski won stage 2. Now we have our 7th caution of the race with 48 laps to go. So we can't make it to the end on fuel from here, but I think we're going to pit just to take 4 fresh tires. Why not? We're only going to fall back to 24th. Daniel Suarez will get the free pass in 25th. Yeah, Byron was still a lap down. Notable drivers that are a lap down still. You can see on the leaderboard on the left side. Chris Buescher was the 2nd driver to DNF in this race. So yeah, we'll hit pit road. Might as well just take 4 fresh tires, full tank of fuel. And we'll restart back in 24th. And we'll try to work our way through the field again here. Green flag back in the air. We'll hope for another good restart. We've had nothing but good on the restarts today, so that's been a great sign for things that could be to come. We've got 44 laps to go. We're about 6 laps short on fuel. We're able to get to the inside there off the restart. Oh man, these guys kind of checking up. But they're leaving just enough of a lane off the bottom for us to get on by. Here we go. We don't have a lot of help from behind, though. We're probably going to have to rely on side drafting here. Our teammate Keselowski. 3 wide. Now we have contact. We're 4 wide. And somehow Keselowski, even with the contact, is able to stay inside the top 10 and actually gain a couple spots. 3 wide through the tri-oval still. Keselowski up to 8th. We're in 9th. Logano in 10th. All 3 Penske boys are all up here. Oh man, look how loose Keselowski is while we're pushing him. Now we get to the inside of him. Got a better handling car than a lot of these guys now. If not all of them with the 4 fresh Goodyears. To this point in the race, what a great one it has been. Seven cautions in the race so far today. Still only the 2 drivers have DNF. Again, props to, Corey LaJoie might be one of the guys to beat in this race, because he has been up in the top 5 for a very long time consistently, but now he just got loose off of turn 4. Trying to side draft him here as we go 3 wide. Didn't make contact there. We got close to one another though, that is for sure. Ryan Truex looking for his first career win as well. He's been leading some laps, including right now. Jamie McMurray in 2nd. Goes Blaney back to the bottom again. Got the run to at least get by McMurray. Nope, not quite. Can't clear him. 41 laps to go. So we haven't wrecked yet, so as far as the 3-strike rule goes, we're looking pretty good to make it to the end. Obviously, you wouldn't want to wreck real late in the race, because then we'll have to restart at the rear of the field by the time we repair all the damage, so. Oh, little loose off of 4. Here comes Priest. Priest got the free pass under the last caution. And now he's back in the lead in about 5 laps after the green flag waved again. Chase Elliott, man, look at, he still hasn't fixed the front bumper of his car, but he's going strong though. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It might look broke, but it's not actually broke. Try to get the run on the outside of the track, down the back straightaway now on Ryan Priest. Big run coming. Now down to the inside in front of Kyle Busch for the lead. We'll make the pass. Blaney back in the lead again. And we should lead at the line this time. Kyle Busch right behind us. He'll give us a nice little push. Didn't stay connected though. Got about a car length and a half, maybe 2 car lengths on him. Going into turn 1. 39 to go. Here at Talladega Superspeedway. Do we have what it takes to get the win? Perhaps. Just able to block Kyle Busch off. Here comes Elliott. He's trying to fight on the bottom of the track still. Harvick and Busch working together on the top of the track. A lot closer to the wall. Oh man, they're 4 wide back through the middle of the field. Here comes Kyle Busch. We'll go all the way up to block him. Priest now. There's Elliott. Can't block him now. A little contact. And now we're 4 wide for the lead at Talladega. Oh man. Gets so scary every time we get in the mix. Whenever that happens, we just get split going 4 wide. Look at us go. Busch trying to work the middle with Elliott trying to work the top. McMurray on the bottom in the race lead at the line. We try to get to the back bumper and push the 18 to Kyle Busch. Trying to get the outside going again. Busch tries to side draft off the 32 of LaJoie. We can pit from here on and make it on fuel to the end of the race, but everybody will still have to stop that one time. It's just a matter of when. Oh, LaJoie just able to block Alex Bowman off there. Busch might have been looking to the inside. Oh, we're going to go up the middle instead. We got a big run on the 18. The 32 of LaJoie is down on the bottom. We'll try to side draft him also. And LaJoie going for the lead on McMurray. We're back down on the bottom. LaJoie going to lead the lap at the line. We're side by side for second with Jamie Mack. 4 wide behind us for third. Going into turns 1 and 2, Kurt Busch in the mix. He hasn't been up in the front in a very long time in this race. And they're still 4 wide down the back stretch for second. Third, rather. Now they're back down to 3 by 3. One driver has lost the draft. And if we don't get a caution at the end of the race, whoever that is, their day will be done. We had a run that just kind of stalled out there on Corey LaJoie. Try to see if we can get him again. With 35 to go. We're looking on him. Down to the inside. Turns 1 and 2. There's a lane off the bottom of the track that we're able to use. Kurt Busch behind us now. Busch going to give us a nice little push. Blaney to the lead again as they file out behind. Kurt Busch still side by side as LaJoie kind of side drafts him, pulls him back. Got a few car lengths on these guys now through 3 and 4. Here they come again to the stripe. Blaney making some blocks. And we're back in the lead again. At the line this time, 34 to go. We are getting closer and closer to the end of this race. It has been somewhat quick for a 500 miler, especially with with the 7 cautions as well. Decent amount. Talladega standards, not too bad. Cody Ware lap down in 26th. He's trying to get back on the lead lap. So is Brendan Gaughan just behind him as they battle for the free pass position. As we try to go 3 wide up the middle now on Clint Boyer for the race lead. Logano to the bottom. Oh, a little contact. Getting split. Oh man, Joey Gase made it 4 wide there. So we had quite a few drivers. It wasn't just Cody Ware. There's a lot of drivers on pit road right now, so I don't know. I'm probably going to have a lot of drivers hit. Oh, I think Tyler Reddick's out of gas. Reddick's out of gas. He stalled right in front of us. We're going to go around him. We might as well hit pit road with the rest of them. We're coming in hot. Got to get down to 55. Contact getting onto pit road 3 wide with Brendan Gaughan. Boyer almost went for a spin. I wasn't planning on pitting there, but I might as well just top off. We'll go fuel only. We'll repair any damage we've got. We'll put enough in it in case we go to overtime too. Gas man's out. Here we go. A little gas and go. 3.9 seconds. A lot quicker than the last gas and go. We were 6.9 that time. So we about cut that pit stop in half. So we're in 7th. Bubba Wallace leading the field right now. Come back onto the racetrack. There's nobody around us right now. Ryan Truex to the lead. He stays out at least 1 more lap. Caution. Caution's out. With 32 laps to go. It's our 8th caution of the race. All right. I don't know what to expect here. We've had chaos throughout the course of this one. We'll have chaos again. Will this be the final caution of the race, though? Only one way to find out, and that's to drop the green flag right here and see if we can make it. The green flag is going to wave 29. I believe 29, maybe 28. We'll see how many laps left we have exactly here. 28. So we got 28 laps to go at Talladega. Can we make it to the end, or will we get another caution? Well, heck, it's going to break loose from this point on. 3 wide for the lead. We got another great jump. We're going to get out in front of these guys. And even from restarting in 5th, we have not had a bad restart all day long, whether we have restarted on the inside, the outside, or at the rear of the field a couple times. We've timed it out perfect all day. Well, it's the chance for anybody that hasn't won a race this year and that may never have a chance again, like a Parker Kligerman or a Bubba Wallace, Jamie McMurray even. A lot of these backmarker cars are looking for a shot to win and get into the playoffs. Still just the 2 drivers out of the race despite the 8 cautions. A long freight train line on the inside of the racetrack here, and it looks like we might have had some guys spin their tires on the restart because there's a second pack way towards the back there. And I think it's way too late in the race to just be riding around back there hoping for a big one. A lot of those guys are a lap down. You got about 26 or 27 cars on the lead lap. 4 in the third, none in the second. And that is where our 8 cautions have come from so far for incident. Oh man, the 96 about came up into the 43 of Bubba Wallace. I think he tried to block him. There wasn't a lane there, and now Jamie McMurray's going to get to the bottom of the track, and McMurray's going to take the lead again at Talladega. At least 3 cars to the inside of us. Got a big push coming from the 96 now. We're back down to the inside again, and we're 3 wide for the lead. And we might not even lose the lead, technically, if we can hold them back to the line. Clint Boyer going to give us an added push as well. Off of turn 4. Wow. So despite falling back to 4th, we never officially lost the lead at the start-finish line. And here we go. We've got 25 laps to go. What a great race. Boyer taking his car to the outside. Here he comes off of turn 4. He's got to run. The 18 of Kyle Busch is there also. Waited too late. Couldn't block him off. Corey LaJoie again with another nice push. 18 of Kyle Busch trying to give us a push as well. Boyer leads the lap at the line. Officially, he will take the lead at Talladega. But Kyle Busch still locked onto our back bumper. Now let's go. And locks back on again, coming off the exit of 2. So maybe we can lead this lap at the line and make it another lead change. Busch lets go. David Reagan going to try to squeak underneath him. And now they're 3 wide for second going into turn 3. Can we block all 3 lines off at once? Boyer doesn't have a lot of help on the top. He's fading back. Will anybody pick him up here coming through the tri-oval? Got some cars towards the rear of the pack that will pick him up. Looks like Bubba Wallace back there. Oh man, Matt DiBenedetto squeezed his way to the middle. I believe he's still a lap down. And I think we've got a slow car on the back stretch heading into turn 3 because we're catching them rapidly. They look a lot slower than just being off of the lead pack. I'm going to stack these lines up here. I don't know, maybe he did just lose the draft. It looks like he's running all right now. Maybe an unscheduled pit stop. He's just trying to get up to speed or something. He didn't pit that time, whoever it was. We're coming to 22 laps to go. No time to lose the lead now. Oh boy. 4 wide for second. Oh, late block on Kligerman. He hits us. At least he hit us square. We were able to easily keep control there. But we're going to lose the lead. Might have a little bit more drag on the back of our car though, because we got a lot of rear bumper damage after that. He never got out of the gas, never really had a chance to. And here we come again. BJ McLeod leads at Talladega. Ryan Preece moves to the outside in second. We're going to try to push him coming off of turn 4. Trying to get him going. Oh man, McLeod just moved right up in front of him now. McLeod trying to get his lap back. A little contact with Preece. And we're back down to the inside again in front of Kurt Busch. Now to the inside, taking it 3 wide for third on Kligerman. So we are catching that car as way off the pace. They might have a lot of damage because he looks a lot slower. It looks like it's Joey Logano, our teammate here, running way off the pace. He's got a lot of damage, guys. That front bumper of the car, he's got an engine issue of some sort. He's stacking up the outside lane. Hopefully they make it through without wrecking as we go for the lead on McLeod. Kurt Busch will help us on past. Logano's kind of holding everybody up again. It's unfortunate for one of our teammates to go a lap down this late in the race. And here comes Newman. Will we have another Newman and Blaney finish on a super speedway? It's very well possible. 4 wide again for second. Maybe a little further back than second now because David Reagan kind of emerged on the inside pretty quickly. Ryan Truex getting help from Jimmy Johnson on the outside now. At the line, here we come. 19 to go. Johnson leading the middle rather. Almost came down into the 38. And David Reagan will take the lead at Talladega. Back to fourth now. Bubba Wallace still on the inside of us. Kyle Busch is there. We're able to get back to the bottom and underneath the 18. Now 3 wide for second with BJ McLeod. Denny Hamlin, Michael McDowell, both a lap down, trying to get their lap back on the outside as they are bump drafting each other, trying to get around David Reagan. Hamlin going to get his lap back at least for now. 18 to go at the line. Jimmy Johnson going to give us a push. Almost got into the 18 there. Aggressive side drafting with one another for second. Trying to pull each other back. It's right to our rear bumper again. Johnson going to give us a push on the inside. David Reagan still leading this race despite the fact Hamlin's leading the field, and Hamlin's such a great restrictor plate racer. He was leading laps early in the race, but once he went a lap down, no signs of him up front since. Now we go to the outside looking for the lead. We'll go back down to the bottom. Helping Reagan out here to try and get around Hamlin. Hamlin in 26th, first driver 1 lap down right now. And to the inside again on David Reagan. Johnson going to help push us still. And Ryan Blaney to the lead down the backstretch at Talladega once again. BJ McLeod trying to follow on up behind Johnson as well. A lot of guys we're used to seeing at the front of the field towards the front here, and a lot of drivers that have not won a race in their career looking to win their first or have won few races like a David Reagan. Seen Chris Buescher up here at times when Buescher's out of the race now. So we're going to lead the lap at the line, barely. Blocking all 3 lanes at once. Did a good job going into turn 1 there. I don't know how much longer we're going to keep it up for. We'll probably lose the lead again at some point. Just a matter of when. Oh. Here comes Reagan. Contact. David pushing on through. Help from Hamlin from behind, and David Reagan clears us for the lead now. Johnson to give us another push. Trying to get back to the back bumper of the 38. And now Johnson's going to get under us. And we're losing a ton of speed. Busch to help pick us up now on the outside. So we're back to 5th. Still got plenty of time though. Ooh, I thought LaJoie was going to block us. Big run down the backstretch. 211 miles an hour, the fastest speed we have hit this entire race. As we took it to the outside to get around Bubba Wallace and LaJoie, but LaJoie's going to get back around us again. Can't believe that. 211 miles an hour entering turn 3. Definitely our fastest speed of the race. And it comes in the late going. Ran a 47.682. Our fastest lap in the race is a 47.274, but our fastest lap ever here in the Cup Series at Talladega is a 47.024, so we're about 0.2 of a second off from our fastest time there, which is amazing. because we ran 211 miles an hour that last lap. And now we're getting a push again from Corey LaJoie to the bottom. That'll help us get on by David Reagan. And the laps continue to wind down. We'll officially take the lead at the line once again. Here at Talladega. LaJoie, let's go. Gets us way back. We'll probably catch Joey Logano one more time before the end of the race if we stay green here. 13 to go. I could bunch the field back up again, maybe separate us some more. Who knows? Got a couple smaller packs that lost the lead draft on the restart. Have not had a chance to catch up since. With them being a lot smaller packs than what this lead pack is. And they're 4 wide, almost 4 wide, 3 wide for second. Johnson up the middle, and Jimmy looking to take the lead late. Trying to get into the playoffs and end a long winless streak in the Cup Series. 83 career wins, 7 titles, looking for an 8th. And possibly an 84th career win today. At the line this time, 12 to go at Talladega. 3 by 3 through the field, 4 wide back through the middle of the field now. So they get kind of bunched up. Contact between Bubba Wallace and BJ McLeod back there. As they kind of bunch the field up on the outer lines, and the inside going to try to prevail now. For about the first 5 or 6 cars, LaJoie moves off the bottom. He's got help from Bowman from behind, but nowhere to go going into turn 3. Johnson has no help on the outside. He's fading back, but we might see him again before the end of the race. There is definitely enough time. Will we make it to the end? 11 to go. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed that, have stuck it out over the course of the race, or have been popping around at various times throughout the course of this one. It has been a great race so far. Hope you have enjoyed. And hope you can buckle up for the finish, because it's going to be a wild one, and I have a feeling we might have a photo finish here today. Look at DiBenedetto on the bottom. He's a lap down, trying to get his lap back late. Maybe hope for a quick caution. 4 wide now for second behind. Pinched up near the wall with Bowman and LaJoie. They made contact, but I don't think that any of them got in the wall there, and that's why we are staying as steady as possible, and we stay green. Almirola is actually on the lead lap. He was a lap down earlier in the day. 10 laps to go at Talladega. Again, DiBenedetto leads the top. We'll block him when we can, but he is a lap down. It's just a matter of those guys behind him, like a Clint Boyer, who is right on his back bumper, that may try to take the lead here. And follow DiBenedetto on up through as we go to the top to block it. Back to the bottom to block. Big one at Talladega. Around goes Almirola. Back through the rest of the field. Caution is going to fly. A late block gone wrong, and that was the first time that we had done that all day. The second big one. And Almirola's chances of winning the race are shot. And the free pass will go to Brendan Gaughan in 26th. So we will not catch Logano before the end of the race again. Wow. We'll have 7 laps to go when we go green. Paul Menard was the 3rd driver out of the race, by the way. 26 drivers on the lead lap to still try and win this race. Green flag is back in the air once again. We're over the 2-hour mark on the course of this race and the stream. Green flag back in the air. Another good restart. Can we hold them off for the final 7 laps here at Talladega? And they're already 3 wide. Foreman lines through the field. Boyer got to restart in second. He was able to jump down to the inside quickly. Now almost trying to lead the outside lane if anybody follows. We got our teammate Brad Keselowski on the inside as well. Getting quite a ways out in front of these guys. Almirola's got some damage, but he's trying to work through the field still. with that damaged vehicle late in this race. And here comes Boyer with his teammate Almirola pushing him. 6 to go at the line as we're back up to speed again at Talladega. 9 cautions over the course of the day. 5 in the final stage. Can we make it the final 7 laps under green as Kyle Busch tries to go up the middle? Notable driver, but he has not won a race this season. Boyer went winless all of last year too. Maybe he's got a shot today. Almirola went winless last year. He's looking for a shot to win today. And everybody, for the most part, that is on the lead lap is staying in this lead pack to the end of the race. Can we hold on? 5 laps to go at the line. Busch in the middle lane. Almirola leading the very top near the wall. Boyer on the bottom right behind us. 3 wide for second with 5 to go. Can we block them all? 4 wide now for second. Kurt Busch goes all the way through the middle in the second lane to the double yellow line. Almirola still getting pushed by David Reagan, and here comes Eric Almirola for the lead. Almirola is there with David Reagan pushing him from behind. They both clear us on that 4th lane on the outside near the wall. Big run now coming down into turns 3 and 4 again. Boyer can't really help his teammate right now. He's going to help us out. And we're technically not going to lose the lead as we lead back at the line again. Here we go. 4 laps left at Talladega. We're still in the lead. How much will that rear bumper damage affect the drag in the car and allow some of these other guys to pull up past us? Oh, Tyler Reddick pokes himself out of line. Harvick going to go up the blocking though. There went Boyer. Now Boyer goes all the way to the top side of the track, leaving the bottom open for Tyler Reddick. We got a big gap now. Reddick's got a huge run coming on the bottom of the track. Looks to the middle. Looks back to the inside. We block him off. Boyer on the top. He's blocked off. And here comes Jimmy Johnson in the fray. 3 laps to go at Talladega at the line. McLeod up the middle. Johnson to the lead. Jimmy Johnson trying to end the long losing streak, stretching over a couple years. And his final season in the Cup Series. Here in the year 2020, we fall back to 5th. But we got a big run coming down the backstretch on these guys. And we're quickly back up to 3rd again. Johnson leads. McMurray now to the inside for the lead. On the bottom of the track. Here we come. Where will we go? McMurray's loose. McMurray. 3 wide for the lead. Two laps to go at Talladega. McMurray, Johnson, side by side for the lead. Dillon trying to lead the middle line. Hamlin on the very outside, but he's a lap down. McMurray now to the lead. Can't quite clear the 48 of Johnson. He sucks us back with the side draft off the right rear corner panel. Newman trying to push us to get us going. Will it be the Ryan and Ryan show again on a super speedway? McMurray up near the wall. Blaney to the lead, coming to the white flag. Newman still locked onto our back bumper, pushing us. 4 wide back for 3rd. Now 3 wide through the tri-oval and at the line. Here we come. White flag in the air. The next flag will end the race, whether it is the yellow or the checker. Newman in 2nd, Blaney in the lead. 3 wide back through the field. Austin Dillon in 3rd. He was looking to poke himself out of line, but it's too early. Now he goes. Dillon goes up there. Now it's Newman having to block like crazy back to the finish. Here comes Matt Tipped on the bottom. He's a lap down. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. We won't have the block Tipped off. Tipped is a lap down. That's going to help us out big time off of 4. Slow car through the tri-oval. We won't catch him. Austin Dillon trying to work the outside. It's too little, too late. And Ryan Blaney will win it at Talladega. What a win. Back on the winning track after not winning the last few races. What a race. And a good points day at that. 15 stage points in total, a stage win, and a race win. A thriller at Talladega as normal. My best burnouts too. I got to save the engine too. Awesome. As good as it gets. 139 minutes total time in the race. 2 hours, 19 minutes. And what a race. Here at Talladega Superspeedway. Again, comers and goers. Parker Kligerman with the runner-up finish in second. Heartbreaker that he couldn't get it done. Austin Dillon third. Ryan Newman fourth. McMurray fifth. Almirola sixth. Martin Truex Jr. in 7th, Clint Boyer 8th, 9th was BJ McLeod, Chase Elliott rounds out the top 10. Jimmy Johnson was leading with 3 to go, fell back to 12th. Wow. We led the final 2 laps of the race when we took the lead. There was the late block that took out a lot of cars. That was my bad on that one. Almirola still came back to finish 6th though, and he was the main piece of that wreck and the carnage. 7th win of the year for us. No driver will lock themselves into the playoffs through this race. We've still got one more super speedway race left in the regular season at Daytona. We still got a little bit before we get to that point. We add on to our points lead now on Kyle Busch, who's in 2nd, well over a 100-point lead. What a season it has been. What a race. We had the fastest lap, 47.274. We led 95 of the 188 laps. I did not think we led that much, but started at the rear after a poor qualifying effort, 37th. William Byron started 2nd, finished 36th. He had a tough break in this one. That is going to be it here for Talladega. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. As always, hit the subscribe button down below for more daily NASCAR content such as streams and videos like this with a realistic broadcast here on NASCAR Heat 4. Got career mode episodes coming out, but this is the main brunt of the channel, these full endurance races with the live commentary. It's what I like to do the most here on the channel. And hit the like button down below if you enjoyed the race, enjoyed the commentary. I will see you guys in the next video. We got Dover at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning for the Cup Series. That's the next race on the schedule. I'll see you then, hopefully. Catch you next time.